Lechi lach to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
As this talit is draped around your shoulders, may the voice of the generations speak to you. May you know that there is a people, a rich heritage to which you belong, a sacred place from which you are connected to all who dwell on earth.
As you're embraced in the folds of this talit, so too are you wrapped in the loving embrace of your family and community. May this simplest of garments always be for you as a symbol of God's abiding and sheltering presence.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
Amen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.
Each generation has added to our story and built upon the foundation of love envisioned by those who first crafted the words of Torah. We too stand at Sinai each day of our lives. We embrace the legacy of a people seeking to bring God's vision of a world bound by justice, a world inspired by love that transcends each of us but encompasses all of us. Sinai is the story we tell because it's a message of one God, of divine unity. It is also a message of human unity, a reflection of the divine. Leman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vehitem kadoshim Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Ha'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotinu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Anora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Akol, Vezocher Asto Avot Ve'imot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nechem, Leman Shemo Ve'ava. Shabbat is a holy day. Shabbat is a day of rest. Shabbat is a day of liberation. Liberation from life's daily pursuits. Rather than a day on which we seek to produce, it is a day when we seek to regenerate. Rather than pursue the work of the other days of the week, it is a day to deepen our relationship with God, to study Torah, to embrace loved ones, to celebrate with our community. This is the holiness of Shabbat.
Amen.
Nathan, what a special moment to gather in this beautiful space with our family and friends, to hear you lead us in Shabbat services. The beautiful words of our sacred prayer, the Shehecheyanu, express the gratitude and joy I feel. Thank you, God, Master of the universe, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and brought us to this time. I'm very proud of the young man you are growing into. I'm particularly proud of your strong values, your good character, and your kindness towards others. As you stand here today, your maturity and confidence shines through. I have no doubt that preparing for this day has been a meaningful learning and growing experience for you. Nathan, as you move forward in life and cross over into adulthood, I would like to offer you a few blessings. May you maintain your kindness, understanding, and compassion for others. Use your voice for kindness, your heart for compassion, and your hands for tzedakah. Basically, treat others the way you want to be treated. May you always take pride in your heritage, your strong Jewish faith, and your deep Persian roots. They make you who you are. And I hope you continue to study Torah to help shape and guide you in life. May you always feel gratitude for the blessings in your life, not just feel it. Express it by being a good person and doing good deeds. Gratitude is often a direct path to happiness. May you live a life of meaning and purpose. Focus on what matters to you most. Find meaning in your experiences and actions. And someday you may discover your life's true purpose. May you always be surrounded by good, genuine friends who value you and make you laugh till your belly hurts. It's been shown that meaningful friendships increase longevity and happiness in one's life. May you maintain your sense of curiosity and adventure in life. Have fun, be spontaneous, take that leap. Adventures feed your soul and keep you young at heart. May you have passion for social justice issues, speaking up and acting for what you truly believe in. I wish you the power and courage to do your part in helping repair the world. Tikkun Olam. And finally, may you be inspired by those who came before you, Ledor Vador. You come from a line of some awesome individuals, two of which are your grandfathers, Baba and I and Baba Firuz. I see their wisdom and kindness in you every day. I know they're watching down and so proud of you today. In this week's parasha, Lech Lecha, we are reminded of blessings. Nathan, you are one of the greatest blessings in my life. And I'm truly grateful for you in every way. You have brought so much love, laughter, and joy to our lives. My greatest message for you today is this: I will always have your back. No matter how old you are, where life leads you, I promise to support, guide, and love you unconditionally. After all, you're my favorite son. There's a beautiful blessing we recite over our children on Friday nights, and it says, "May God bless you and watch over you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God show you kindness and grant you peace throughout your life." Nathan, I wish these blessings upon you today and beyond.
Nathan, I totally understand that this could be a bit nerve-wracking for you. But to be honest, it is a bit for me as well. But we're still lucky to be here. Look at this. This is truly amazing. Look around and see all friends, family, clergy, aunts and uncles. And especially make sure you realize the awesome importance of having two of your grandparents here with you. Sometimes we get lost in the moment and all the stress, but please make sure to always stay grateful for big and small things in life. And seeing them and seeing all of these folks is a pretty big thing. Nathan, above and beyond us being proud of you, you ought to be very pleased with what you have accomplished during this bar mitzvah today. Remember to always find strength from within yourself, and ask for more of it only and only from God. Aside from wishing you a sense of gratitude and inner strength, I wish you an unlimited amount of wuk, W-U-K. W for wisdom, U for understanding, and K for knowledge. As a great teacher once said, to become wise, we have to make good choices. Learning to make good choices come from experience. And to gain experience, well, we have to make bad choices. Your level of wisdom at times is mind-boggling. And remember, making good choices and taking action, as you will allude to in Lech Lecha, can be tough and scary at times, but keep on challenging yourself and making those choices anyway. Next is the U of the wuk, understanding. Understanding is essentially what Mom was talking about as kindness. Again, I think you have proven yourself to have a great deal of this attribute, although your sisters may think otherwise in terms of kindness, but we move on. So how does one increase his understanding of things? Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. However, I think it may have to do with having enough wisdom to recognize other people's challenges, as you will allude to this again for your bar mitzvah project. Well, let me share one thing with you that I do know. Being kind in these days can be difficult, as people may judge you the wrong way. But remember who the ultimate judge is, and be kind anyway. Lastly, Nathan, I wish upon you a great deal of K of the wuk, the knowledge part. I'm always amazed by the amount of random facts you know, knowledge about natural phenomena such as hurricanes, tsunamis, sea creatures and their specific properties, antique American gold coins, and of course, basketball and basketball cards. Realize that you can and ought to learn from anyone at any time. You got to learn from anyone at any time. Also realize that gaining knowledge requires devotion and constant effort. Despite its being hard at times, commit to this constant learning anyway. So I wish you lots of work, inner strength, gratitude, now that you're stepping into young adulthood. Mazal tov, and I love you.
Beautiful. I was actually so proud.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shema.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Vayhi Avram ben Tish'im Shana v'Tesha Shanim Vayra Adonai el Avram Vayomer elav ani el Shaddai Hitalech lefanai ve'etamim Ve'etna beriti beni uvenecha ve'arbe otcha bim'od me'od Vayipol Avram al panav Vaydaber ito Elohim lemor.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim Ve'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Uverachti ota v'gam natati mimena lecha ben uverachtiha v'hayata legoyim malchei amim mimena yehu. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Elohim Aval Sara Yishecha Yoledet Lecha Ben V'karata et Shema Yitzchak V'hakimoti et Briti Ito Livrit Olam Lazaro Acharav Ulishmael Shematicha Ine Barachti Oto V'hifreti Oto V'hirbeiti Oto Bimod Meod Shnei Masar Nasiim Yolid Unitativ Legoy Gadol Vet Beriti Akimet Yitzchak Asher Teled Lecha Sarah Lamoed Azeh Bashana Ha'acheret. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'Hayei Olam Nata Betochenu Baruch Atah Adonai
Shema.
Noten HaTorah.
Amen. You know, Nathan, I have to say, we say that this is not a performance, and it's not, but it is rare that a kid does not stumble over one Hebrew word, one trope, and you had every single trope except for one in this parsha. So you just chanted superbly. We are so proud of you. וזאת התורה ששם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
And This week's Parsha, Lech Lecha, God speaks to Abram and instructs him to go from his father's home in Haran to a foreign land. In return, God promises to make Abram's descendants into a great nation. Abram sets off with his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot to the land of Canaan. As I understand this Torah portion, Abram is required to take a leap of faith and leave his comfort zone. Hundreds of years later, in the Midrash, the rabbis emphasize Abram's power by telling the story of how in his youth, when he destroyed his father's idols. In this way, he went against the dominant beliefs of his community. This part of the Parsha makes me think of the journey my grandparents took when they were forced to flee their homeland in Iran as the political situation got worse. They had to leave behind what was familiar to them, such as family, friends, and culture. When my grandparents arrived in the U.S., they weren't familiar with the language or way of life. They hardly had anyone to guide them. However, just like Abram, my grandparents took a leap of faith and traveled to a foreign land in hopes of prosperity and stability. With this emunah, faith, my grandparents and many other Persian Jews eventually learned to not only adapt but thrive with their strong trust in God, themselves, and the American dream. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for all that you have taught me throughout my life, and thank you for always being there for me. Thank you all for being here today. Shabbat Shalom.
May God bless you and keep you. May the light of God's presence be with you and life be gracious to you. May the light of God's wisdom guide you and inspire you on your path through life. And may you and those you love always be blessed with peace.
Mazel tov.